Hello everybody, welcome to Friday's Assembly. I hope you've all had a great first week back after half term and you're all having fun in your classrooms. I wanted to talk to you today about something that's been going on in the world that you probably have seen all over the news, and that is the American presidential election. So we still don't know who the new president of the United States is, but I wonder if you know the two men who are running to become the next president. Do you know their names? Well, it's these two men. So we've got Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and both of those men are in the election to become the next president. And the voting process is very similar to the voting process that happens in the UK when we vote for our Prime Minister. So I wanted to share with you a little story. You might recognise the character in it from Cat in the Hat, and he's explaining what happens during the presidential election and how in America it is slightly different in some ways to what we do over here. So have a listen and see if you can spot any differences.
Voting is something we do every day. It's a way we can choose that gives us our own say. We vote for class president and which snack to get, where to go on class trip, what to pick as class pet. Voting gives each of us our very own voice. It allows a large group to make one single choice. How do you vote? With a proudly raised hand, marks on a paper, thumbs up or thumbs down. Understand? Can you choose not to vote? Yes, but that's a sure way to lose your own voice and to not have a say. The item or person that most of us select will wind up the winner, the one we elect. The biggest of all America's voting events chooses our president and vice president. Are presidents important? Oh, yes, they are very. They head up the government and the military. Vice presidents take over on the unhappy day when presidents get sick or else pass away. Every 4 years we elect them, you see, because we live in a democracy, a government for the people and run by them too, which means that this country is governed by you. Every 2 years we elect senators and congresspeople of our choice to make laws in Washington and be our state's voice. We also elect sheriffs and mayors and such. Do local elections count? You bet, just as much. When our founders drew up the Constitution, it's true, they said folks should vote, but they did not say who. Since then, our history is marked by brave fights waged by people who struggled to win voting rights for all of the races and for all womankind, and also for 18-year-olds, bear in mind. That means that quite soon you will get to vote too, so please pay attention. This matters to you. 1870, the 15th Amendment, black men can vote. 1920, the 19th Amendment, women can vote. 1924, the Citizenship Act, Native Americans can vote. The 26th Amendment, 1971, 18-year-olds can vote. Only citizens can vote, and as you've just been told, people who are at least 18 years old. You must sign up in person or on the internet with name, address, and birth date. And one more thing yet. You can write down your party if you do not mind. Cakes and ice cream, you're thinking? Is the party that kind? This kind of party, I'm here to report, is the kind that we know as the political sort. Democratic Party, Republican Party. It's made up of large groups of citizens who share beliefs and ideas and opinions too. Democrats and Republicans are the biggest two, plus small parties to pick from, more than just a few. Libertarian Party, Green Party, Independent. In primary elections run before November, votes will be cast by each party member for the candidate who, they hope and they pray, will be on the ballot come election day. Candidates set out on the campaign trail to convince voters that they will not fail. A vote for me, the candidates say, will make your dreams come true someday. With speeches and ads and town hall meetings, with handshakes and waves and cheery greetings, they work to win the voters' trust To win nomination, this is a must. I may be wrong, but it does not seem to me that voting is one big responsibility. As a voter, you must follow news carefully. You should read, watch, and listen, and then try to see what the candidates, if elected, plan to do. What are their beliefs? Do they ring true for you? Debates are held for the people to see the candidates talk on live TV. Moderators on hand have questions to ask. To give their best answer is the candidate's task. A debate is an argument that's meant to sway. It is run by rules in a most formal way. At meetings called rallies, supporters get out to cheer the candidate they care most about. Supporters on the phone or going door to door say, "Vote for my party on election day." They raise lots of money, collect change in jars, and sell campaign stickers to stick on cars. George Washington won the vote, so I have been told, during a winter that was snowy and cold. In 1845, Congress passed a vote to say there would be an earlier election day. November. The day each year is easy to remember. It's the Tuesday after the first Monday in November. This date was chosen for a very good reason. It came at the end of the harvesting season. When election day comes, the voter's big role is to make sure to vote at their assigned poll. A poll is where you vote as a general rule. It is a public place like a firehouse or school. If you're out of town, there's a chance that you might mail an absentee ballot. Voting is your right. People cast their votes by different means, ballots fed into computers or direct voting machines. However you vote, it's important you see that voters are given complete privacy. A curtain or screen protects voters from view. This ensures that your vote is known only to you. The polls close up at the end of the day. Here come the counters. Please clear the way. By special computer, poll results are scanned, but some votes are still counted out by hand. The results are sent to the Board of Elections, which declares the winner after careful inspections. The loser admits their bitter defeat. The winner announces their victory. Sweet! The winner vows to serve everyone in the land, not just the supporters who lent them a hand. If all of this rings true, it is my dearest hope that you will cast your first vote for the Cat in the Hat.
So you might have learned something new from that story there. And I want to share with you this picture of the United States. And this just gives you an idea of when people vote in a state. So each state in America collects in the votes, they count the votes, and then they give over the winner for that state. Now, we don't do that in this country because we are slightly smaller, or quite a lot smaller, as a country. We just go through to one big ballot and every vote goes towards the winner for the election. But they go by state. So you can see here that the red votes, or the red states, have all been won by Donald Trump, and the blue states have all been won by Joe Biden, and each state has got a different amount of people in it, so it is different in terms of how many votes go towards each state. So it's quite interesting, and hopefully by next week we will know who the President of the United States is. And if you've been following the news, you might have your own opinions on who you think should become the next president. We obviously don't get a vote because we don't live in America, but it's very exciting. It's a very big deal because they will be the president for the next 4 years. And obviously the President of the United States works very closely with the Prime Minister of the UK. So it does impact us in some ways. So I wanted us to just think about what that voting right means. Why is it so important at the minute in America, especially, that they are fighting to have that right to vote? So if you imagine that you were in a country and you couldn't vote, you then wouldn't be able to have an opinion or make a decision on who ran your country and who made decisions about your life and the way that your country is run. So it's a really important time in all countries that have what's called a democracy. And that word democracy means that each person, each individual that lives within that country gets a say on how the country is run. So it's a really important time. So I think we will stop for a second and have a little sing. And this is one of my favourite songs. And it just kind of reminds us that each day brings new challenges, but we embrace those challenges and we make the most of it. And I know that that's what a lot of Americans are doing at the moment. So this is Colours of Day.
Colours of day dawn into the mind. The sun has come up, the night is behind. Go down in the city, into the street, and let's give the message to the people we meet. So light up the fire and let the flame burn. Open the door, let Jesus return. Take seeds of His Spirit, let the fruit grow. Tell the people of Jesus, let His love show. Go through the park on into the town. The sun still shines on, it never goes down. The light of the world is risen again. The people of darkness are needing a friend. So light up the fire and let the flame burn. Open the door, let Jesus return. Take seeds of His Spirit, let the fruit grow. Tell the people of Jesus, let His love show. Open your eyes, look into the sky. The darkness has come, the sun came to die. The evening draws on, the sun disappears, but Jesus is living, His Spirit is near. So light up the fire and let the flame burn. Open the door, let Jesus return. Take seed of His Spirit, let the fruit grow. Tell the people of Jesus, let His love show.
Excellent. So let's move on to the final part of our assembly, and that is our merits, and see who's been working extra hard this week. So we're going to start with year 4. So the first merit from year 4 goes to Ruby for effort with her learning and showing a real improved focus. Well done, Ruby. The second merit for year 4 goes to Vinny for working hard to secure his method for column addition and subtraction. Keep it up. Well done. Excellent. Let's go down to year 2 now. So the merits for year 2. The first merit goes to Arthur for making excellent progress in his phonics. Well done, Arthur. And the second merit in year 2 goes to Lola for finding half of 2-digit numbers independently. So doing that all on her own. Well done, Lola. Let's go to the top of the school now, year 6. So the first merit, or both merits for this week, go to Alfie and Ruby for their passion and enthusiasm for Parliament topic. So they had a very important visitor this week talking all about Parliament, and I've got a quote from your teachers here that says that you are the voices of the future, which I think is really important, especially right now when everybody's talking about elections and voting and ruling the country and making those big decisions. So well done to Alfie and Ruby. Year 5, the first merit for year 5 goes to Avera for effort in her learning and always being kind to her peers and adults. What a lovely comment from your teachers there, Avera. Well done. And the second merit goes to Angelina for sharing fantastic ideas and always challenging herself in maths. It's always good to challenge yourself. Well done, Angelina. Down to year 1, The first merit for year 1 goes to Leo, and that is for fantastic work in phonics this week. Well done, Leo. And the second merit goes to Salvatore for also working extra hard in phonics and really focusing. So well done to you boys, excellent work. Down in reception, the first merit goes to Chloe for trying hard with sounding and blending in your phonics. And the second merit goes to Alessia for persevering with rhyming words in your writing task. Very good. Rhyming can be quite tricky, so well done, Alessia. And finally, we've got year 3. So year 3, the first merit goes to Ellis for being kind and helpful to your partners and your talk partners this week. And the second merit goes to Sophia for improved confidence and focus in your maths. Your efforts are really paying off. Well done, Sophia. I think Mummy's going to be happy there. We've got both of you with a merit. Fantastic. So make sure you give yourselves a big round of applause if you've won a merit or worked hard this week. And finally today we'll talk about our house points. So 1 point this week goes to the parrots. 2 points this week goes to the wildcats. 3 points this week goes to the dolphins, which means alligators, you have 4 points and you maintain the lead. So alligators, dolphins and wildcats are not too far behind, so let's keep working hard to collect those house points. Well done everybody for a fantastic week of work. Make sure you take home your barcode for your photographs today. I saw lots of big smiles in the hall, so well done for those. Have a lovely weekend and we will see you Monday.